Hello guys, today we're going to be making a two-player Pong game in Scratch. So first thing you want to do is, in the Scratch cat, you want to name this cat Paddle 1, then go into the Costumes tab. So you could delete this extra costume, then put your cursor over this one and delete this one too. First thing you want to do is make a paddle. So you can start with a rectangle that looks somewhat like this. You can make it a blue color so that it can be distinguished from the other paddle. So let's make it a blue color. Okay, that's pretty good. So first thing we want to do is go into the code tab and do when green flag clicked. We want to go to around 220 in the X and then 0 for the Y. So you could just click the green flag so you can test that. So now we can work on movement. So first thing we want to do is go into the control tab and go click bring forever loop. And go to my blocks, click a custom block called movement. Let me see, movement. So run without screen refresh. So you could just put the movement block inside of the forever loop. So first thing we want to do is make a new variable called keyx. So keyx, and make sure it's for this sprite only. So click OK. Then first thing you want to do is set keyx to, and then get a minus block in the operations tab, and then you want to do key up arrow pressed minus key down arrow pressed And then what you want to do is do two ifs block under that. You want to do if keyx is greater than 0, then change y by 5. Change y by 5. And then in the second, if you want to put a change y by -5 if keyx is less than 0. Keyx is less than 0. So now, if you test in the arrow keys, it'll look as if the paddle will move up and down. So if we click the green flag, the paddle moves up and down. So now what we can do is duplicate this paddle, and then it'll automatically be named paddle 2. You can go into the costumes tab and change the color to maybe a red hue. So red, like that. And there's a couple things we need to change to make this paddle not the exact same. So first thing you want to do is make this a -220. So second thing you want to do is change this variable, because this variable is only for paddle 1 and we don't want paddle 2 using the same variable as paddle 1. So we're gonna make a new variable called keyx, and for the sprite only. So now we just do the same thing. So we'll set keyx, and what we have to do here is change it to W and S, because the other player is gonna be using the WASD keys, or just the WSC keys, and S keys. So now what we want to do is put the keyx here. If keyx is greater than 0, you want to change y by 5. Keyx is less than 0, you want to change y by -5. So now we have coded our paddle, so you can test that out. So now what we want to do is make a boundary so that the when the ball touches the boundary line, it adds a point. So what we're gonna do is paint a sprite. We're gonna make it a really thin line and goes all the way, not an actual line. We're gonna make it a really thin like rectangle that goes all the way down to the bottom. And we want to make this a dot outline. So we want to make it extremely thin so that it doesn't get in the way of the play. So make it like that thin looks good. So we can also make it black. So now we can put it over to which end, the corresponding edge. So for paddle, this is going to be like boundary 1. So you just put it behind paddle 1 to make things easier. So this is going to be boundary 1. Boundary 1. So the first thing we want to do is basically just, there's not much code in this, just placement. So for boundary 1, you just want to put it in, go to y of 0, x of 239. And then we want to duplicate this boundary and then name it boundary 2. And you want to change the x position to negative 239. So now our boundaries are in place. So now second thing we want to do is make our ball. So we're going to make another sprite, and this time we can choose a sprite and search up ball. It's actually in the second row. So you can click the ball. So now you have your ball on your stage. So first thing you want to do is make the size a slightly smaller. You can put it at 75. Yeah, that's good. And then you want to go into the code tab, and for event you want to do one green flag clicked, and you make 2 variables, score 1 and score 2. And you can also go into the different paddle tabs and hide the key X's. So score 1 and score 2. So score 1 for all sprites. So score 1 will go to boundary 1 and score 2 will go to boundary 2. And then score 2. Actually, the opposite way. So you set score 1 and set score 2 to 0 at first. Now we want to go to x0, 0. We want to go to x0 and y0. So go to x0, y0. We can put score 1 over here and score 2 over here. So then we want to point in the direction of 45 degrees. Then we want to forever loop, move 12 steps. Then we want to if on edge bounce. And then we want to put an if block right here. And then you want to put an or block inside of that. If touching paddle 1 or paddle 2, paddle 1 or paddle 2, stop that. You want to turn 180 degrees. Turn 180 degrees. Okay. So now we just have to code so that when it touches the boundaries, it adds to the score. So we put for a green flag clicked. We do a forever loop. If touching the boundary 1, if touching, let's see, touching boundary 1. So boundary 1 is on this side. So if touching boundary 1, we want to add a 1 to score 2. So if touching boundary 1, want to add 1 to score 2. So what we just set score 2 to score plus 1. score 1 plus 1. Score 2 plus 1. Score 2 plus 1. And then we want to wait until not touching boundary. Wait until not touching boundary. Oops, we have to put this as boundary 1, then boundary 1. So now we do the same for boundary 2. We just switch it over. So it would be boundary 2, change score 1 plus score 1, not touching boundary 2. So now let's test this out. So if I get a score on there, I get a score on the other side. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and tune in for the next video where we make a clicker game. Bye.